Love or hate the Yankees, anyone can get behind the great Jorginho and why he honors his country every seventh inning by singing God Bless America. The Yankees have been doing this ever since the 9/11 terror attacks. Aaron Judge says it has nothing to do with politics. It has everything to do with the sacrifice of all of his countrymen that make it possible to make a living playing the game of baseball. He said, singing God Bless America is my sign of respect for the veterans who are being honored on the field. They're 70, 80, 90 years old, can barely walk. You see an old photo of them, their rank, what branch of the service, where they fought. Nothing but respect for them. Cole, Rizzo, Higgy, and Volpe follow Aaron Judge by singing God Bless America. The great Jorginho went on to say that this patriotism has nothing to do with politics on either side of the political spectrum. It has everything to do with the sacrifice. He says, so every time the anthem is played, especially on opening day when we're lined up, or when God Bless America is played, I'm thanking those who made it possible for me to play a baseball game and to make a living like that. Every time I see a soldier, marine, sailor, policeman, firefighter, I say thank you. I can't thank them all, so I did by singing. The one and only Aaron Judge, the one and only Aaron Judge that we all rise to. He sings God Bless America. The man who's broken the AL record of 61 home runs. The great patriotic Yankee, the great Jorginho. He is a literal de facto Yankee. A real American through and through. Understands the sacrifice of those before him. The great patriot who passed Roger Maris, who's going to beat the Dodgers in the World Series. His respect for the veterans, the tradition, the God Bless America that followed the 9/11 attacks. The Yankees can improve to 3-2 in the World Series against the Dodgers. The Yankees can win their 14th World Series game against the Dodgers all time by beating manager Dave Roberts, who's going to win 1 out of 4 World Series appearances to win the World Series 14 years later. This is what the New York Yankees are about to do, to go on a great patriotic comeback, to make it to the playoffs, to win the World Series, because don't forget the Yankees have to win right after the pandemic. It's New York City. They are due for a championship after what happened with the pandemic. They are going to win a championship right after the COVID pandemic. Maybe not immediately, but it is going to happen. The Boston bombings, that championship was immediately right afterwards. That was the Red Sox. And then the 9/11 terror attacks, that happened immediately. The Patriots won the Super Bowl, but then for some reason New York can't win the World Series. And Major League Baseball just prioritized expansion championships for the Marlins and the D-backs. That was kind of the underlying, well, it was a ritual against the people of New York. It was also to advance fan bases, to keep fans interested in the Florida and Arizona markets. 44 months later, this championship's going to happen. 3 years and 8 months later, right after the COVID pandemic. Pandemic 38, Los Angeles 37, early October. Philly is 37 in Gematria. In 44 months, well, of course, that is champions. In the 191st week since the COVID pandemic, the Yankees can win their first championship since they defeated the Philadelphia Phillies. That's kind of what the 191 is about. Philadelphia instead of Philadelphia's.